It's the People's Podcast Show with Adrian Biddle, Melissa Bartlett, and your boy, Kerry Bigsby. It's your show, so tell us what you want to talk about. It's that The Round Table Podcast Show.
All right, yes indeed, feed the needy. We are back and live here on Facebook.
What do you think about lighting, bro? I gotta make sure my lighting is right. Like, what's going on?
Gotta get that right. Gotta get that right. So that way they can
No.
maximize the glow that comes out
these,
my system.
We chocolate got to make sure they got light shining on them.
Man, yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, family, thank y'all for joining us on At the Roundtable Podcast Show. It is Wednesday once again. It's that hump day where we get to get on here and act as engaging as we can. We get professional real quick before we start tripping when A Money gets here. Engaging. But I get the chance, to introduce my sister in her glow and glory in her orange. It is Melissa, Miss Pitbull Bartlett. What's going on, sis?
What's going on, bro? What's going on, family? I'm so glad to be speaking with you and glad to see that you have recovered or still recovering towards being completely healed. So that is awesome. I'm glad to be a part of the show. As I always say, it is Wednesday, it is hump day, it is halfway through, and being able to do this show and to be able to interact with our ATRT family, it gives me just what I need. And I think there's a holiday coming up this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. What did you say? Oh yeah, my birthday. Yeah, my birthday's coming up. 3 days. Yeah. So I'm gonna need that energy tonight, because I'm gonna be off the chain. I'm gonna post some pictures, some videos. I'm gonna celebrate.
Well, y'all heard it first right here, boy. We get to be the preemptive party to all parties that she gonna have this week. For her
and A Money just celebrated another trip around the sun. Like,
yes, indeed.
The season for the Leos, baby.
It is. And shouts out to Charlie Tooze, our favorite family, the hidden host with the most, we will say, of our show. Her birthday too.
Her birthday too.
She done rocked it. I'm like, man, all these people got birthdays popping up and stuff. I'm like, wow. Week is going to be on fire, boy, with y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll be here in the house chilling, just
I'm talking big. I promise you, I'm going to be. I'm going to eat real good. I'm going to partake in a little bit of sips, and I'll probably be showered and in the bed. Like, honestly, I just want to relax and just have a nice time to reflect on God's continual grace. His favor. And when you think about things that have happened, you think about the losses that we've experienced, you think about the hardships and the interruptions that happen. Right now, 6/20, 8/10, 2022, we still here.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's not something for you to have some good food, good drinks, and be surrounded around people who got good energy, I mean, that's all I need right now,
I know that's right. Hey, I'm in agreement with you. Hey, thank you for joining us, Charlie. We were just talking about you. You done took your other trip around the sun. Another year of blessings and favor and beauty. Shouts out to you. We had to plug you in. Oh, man, shoot. Oh, they're coming on. In her voice, as she would say, hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, my sister Heidi. What's going on, sis? Thank you for joining us tonight on At the Roundtable Podcast Show. Yeah, it's something. And it's kind of almost alluding to, well, it is. It's actually a good segue into what we're going to talk about tonight. As far as, hey, back in the day, you know how we were when our birthdays came up. And I'm telling you, hey, you would go get the gear during the week. You done already made plans and stuff at your favorite spot, whether it be a restaurant or a night spot or whatever. You called all your peoples and say, hey, look here, this is what we're going to do. Or if you have some pretty cool pockets, y'all taking a trip out of town for your birthday. Might be Vegas, You know, might be ATL, might be New York, somewhere. You're gonna liven it up or whatever. But here we are. Yeah. Just give me a cupcake with a little bit of sprinkles and let me go to bed. I'm all right. I'll be all right. Oh, we love you too, Charlie. We love you too. So as we wait for the deacon with the dynamic decibels, it is you know who. He'll be here very shortly. Yeah, I had to come up with that one before he got on here.
Dynamic decibels.
The deacon with the dynamic decibels. Because watch when he start talking. I'm gonna tell you, boy. Hey,
you seen my shout out I gave him. I said the velvet,
the
velvet tones.
Velvet tones, boy. He say something on the microphone, you just expect the brother to come running from behind and just throw a cape on the back of him real quick. Be like, you know.
And it came.
Oh. Charlie 2 said, my niece planned my birthday at Chuck E. Cheese.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, a glass of Moscato and a piece of pepperoni pizza ain't bad at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm going to tell you, don't sleep on Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh. Now that's beautiful right there.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
It's my first time in 20 years. My mom was at my birthday. That is, you know what? That's awesome. A gift. That's probably the most amazing gift right there. It's the fact that you got some Chuck E. Cheese pizza and your mom came. That
and your mother.
We're gonna
talk about it. I wish I will never forget. So my mother passed in 2010. 2009, my mom called and I missed the call. And she left me a voice message. And she sang, Isn't She Lovely? Greatest gift of all, greatest love of all. Like she did this medley, and at the end, you know, she was like, happy birthday, I love you, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even going to tear up, start talking about it. And, you know, this was back in the day, like before you could like change your voicemail, save your voicemails or whatever. Yeah. So once you got a new phone, it was gone, you know, and I had to get another phone and I did not have the opportunity to save that voice message. But that was probably one of the best gifts I ever got because my mother was battling, you know, she had just been diagnosed and she was, you know, still, this was new. And the fact that, you know, I had that medley of her singing, it was like the best gift ever. And it meant more. So sometimes, you know, things happen because God keeps you focused on what really is and should be important. And I stopped taking the emphasis out on materialistic things and started looking at what is personable. And that's when I start changing, like who I wanted around me on my birthday. Like, I know a lot of people, but that don't mean I want you around me on my birthday. I want that positive energy. I want people who are happy to see me with another trip around the sun, another journey. I want those people to be happy with me and celebrate around me during my birthday. I don't want associates. I don't need that. Right. You can give me social media, congrats, hey, how you doing? I want people who mean something to me around me when it's my birthday.
That's it, exactly right there. Charlie 2 said she didn't even pick the guest list. That's Hockey said Anani wants to go to Ghana for his 50th, but he doesn't want to get the vaccine.
Well, you're going to be in a little conundrum there. You're going to have to have that.
Unless you're talking about Ghana and California or something other, even there. I mean, the way things are right now and stuff, and the monkeypox, yeah, we got to get ready. Charlie 2 said, hey, nah, it was the coolest birthday. Minnie Me even put her own money in my card. She signed herself. You know what? That's something else, boy. Minnie Me. Y'all need to check her out. She is so cute. I mean, just amazing. She is just amazing right there. I'm telling you. And she is a little version of you too. And that's cool. Again, like Sis said, it's about being surrounded by those that you love. And it's not all about the glitz and glamour, which is ironic because we used to think that back in the day. And that's what tonight's topic is about, y'all. It's about, you know, basically we're talking about old school. We're talking about old school memories. And again, it's just a great segue into tonight's topic, because everybody has a something that is just so memorable to them that it really invokes emotions, whether it be good, bad, happy, sad, something that kind of restarts your engines. That's what we want to do about tonight. Talking about old school memories and such. So Charlie Toon said, this is also the first year I relaxed on the not to talk to list. So if you missed it, I may still talk to you just this year though. LOL. Got to put boundaries. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Got to put boundaries.
I just had a conversation with one of my daughters and one of her friends, and I let them know that boundaries and preferences are totally different. Preferences change. Boundaries should not.
That's right. Hey, money.
Hey, money. Hey, he's here. He made it. Oh, all right. Let's get it. Hey, okay. Let's go.
That's old school. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there, boy.
Oh, man. Y'all are too much. You all are too much.
You got
I'm going to be on 100 until Sunday. So you already know. It's going to pop.
I know. Hey, Charlie. Hey, happy birthday to Leo season.
Leo's
in the house, y'all. Man, I'm feeling overwhelmed right about now. That's all right. Y'all have y'all time.
My apologies about the delay, boy. That's Charlotte's traffic, boy.
I know.
Yeah, it's a trip. It is definitely a trip. So again, y'all, we are live on here. We got the man, the myth, the legend. What was it? What was that? What was it again?
You said the dynamic decibels. That's what you called them.
Oh man. y'all be coming up with something every week.
The dynamic decibels.
The Deacon with the dynamic decibels. It is A money. Yes, indeed.
That's a new triple D.
Thank you. So what I miss?
Well, we start off with that, and then we just talking about everybody and their birthdays, and here we go. Look at that.
Happy birthday, Mel.
Birthday, Mel. Golly.
Hey, and it falls on what day? What week? What day of the week?
Saturday.
Look, the people of Charlotte.
Saturday. Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm on ready. I'm ready. I am ready. You hear me?
Are you staying in Charlotte or are you going home?
Yes.
Okay, the people of Charlotte, be on your P's and Q's, be on the lookout.
That's right.
The way my account set up, it says Charlotte. I mean, the way this account set up, I might just be on the porch.
John said, I'm home August 27th, by the way. Okay. All right. So August 27th, putting it on date.
Queen
so let me go ahead and load up my birthday.
Mm-hmm,
and then I can just push replay when she gets here. Right. Adrian, make sure your birthday is on reload. So when she gets on 27th, we're gonna do it all over again.
Oh man, I don't know if the city is ready for that.
Yeah, buddy.
A Money, Pitbull, and Charlie Tubes take over. That's a flyer right there. That's another memory. Remember them party flyers?
Oh yeah.
They still out, but you remember, you be uptown or whatever, and somebody say, "Here you go, man. Get your flyer in your hand." Oh shoot, that might be pretty hot.
So my face is on some from 90, maybe 93, 94, or maybe 94, 95 promoting parties.
Yes,
I had no idea. And people was like, "Oh, so you throwing that party?" No, I'm not. What are you talking about? And there's a picture of me promoting, or like used. Let me say used on the flyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go figure. I wonder if they could fly nowadays. Don't they have to have your permission?
Yes. Yeah. This is before we knew anything about copyrights.
Yeah.
Image sharing, and we didn't know anything about that. Now the rules and the laws aren't new,
Yeah.
but we didn't know anything about it.
No, you just did what you did. Now I'm gonna take you back though, and Adrian probably will remember this, but there's a gentleman that went to school with us at Garringer by the name of Tom Tom.
Tom sound familiar.
Tom Tom threw parties. I want to say almost every month or every other month. And Tom Tom started out back when we were in high school. And Tom Tom started out doing high school parties and stuff, and would get a lot of poster board and have people like draw, about the information on the party, whatever sort. Tom Tom is still doing events now, and that, let me tell you, he's been doing events since '85 to now.
Wow.
Still doing events. I mean, of course, we don't have, we're not doing poster board anymore about me. His graphic stuff, he got, graphic design, does some amazing work and stuff. But yeah, we remember back in the day, those parties, you going down Hidden Valley and you look on a wall or you look on a telephone pole and you're seeing a Tom Tom party, poster board, poster. And just, so.
And you said that was it.
That was we'll
I got some old school. You know what this is?
What's that?
How many guesses we get?
You get two. You get one and he get one.
Oh wow.
I say bourbon and Coke.
No, it is not. I will tell you, it's not alcoholic.
Okay.
Thank you very much. It's non-alcoholic.
Oh,
a surprise. Both of y'all was like, oh, I seen your body language.
Hey,
I ain't always drinking alcohol.
Oh.
Family, they do me dirt. You doing me dirty.
Hey.
What is it, guys? Guess what it is? Talk about old school.
Purple Kool-Aid.
Grape Kool-Aid. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Grape Kool-Aid. Grape Kool-Aid. And people come to the Bartlett Bistro and they ask, you made no Kool-Aid? Or the ones who are like family, they go in the refrigerator and open it up and be like, y'all ain't made no Kool-Aid? Like, this is not the only place that still has Kool-Aid. They sell it in the store to you too. But it's like they don't want to make it or buy it, but they want to drink it when they come over here.
But it ain't the same though, man. It ain't. I'm telling you, the house Kool-Aid is the best Kool-Aid. Especially when you go in there and you get that red Kool-Aid and you pour the last out and you see all of the syrupiness is at the bottom, and you go over to the sink and put a little more water in it, shake it up, and pour it in there because you're going to get a full cup.
Well, that's that. Show enough stank right there. That's how you know it's good.
Right there. Woo! Or I got another one. There was a place in, I want to say Earl Village in Charlotte, until my age, back in the day. And it was a woman they used to have, they call her the Ice Cup Queen. So you could go to her place, you walk down the street, go to Earl Village to those apartments. And this is, of course, y'all, this is back in the day when you had to worry about people being really snatched up and things or whatever sort. But you go there and she'll meet you at the back door and you can buy an ice cup, which is the white styrofoam cups filled with sugar Kool-Aid, different flavors. She had the red, the green, the yellow, the purple. And you just buy it and you get it for $0.25. Oh, you I've been an entrepreneur since I was like 8. So my cousin used to sell canned drinks for 50 cents. Her husband went and bought the big fat pickles. I used to make freezy cups. So I sold pickles, freezy cups, and the hot balls, them hard candy jarbreaker hot balls. I sold those.
So
I sure did.
You were almost like the candy lady then.
I was almost like the candy lady. The funny thing is there was some beef because the candy lady was actually down the street, but she thought my cousin who sold pop was selling all that stuff, but it was me. So she had to like dial back her attitude, but she was like, somebody trying to run me out of business. But yeah, so that was it. And I counted up my money and my cousin would say, look, this is how much money you got to take out because you got to go buy more, so you can sell. And yeah, so I learned early the basics of, entrepreneurship.
Man, yeah. Yes, indeed. Oh, I got one for you. Back in the day when we were in school, hey, them cinnamon toothpicks. Man, we be making batches of them things up before we get to school, Northeast. And boy, they meet you at the door and be like, let me get three. Let me get three. You be like, how much? Quarter piece, man.
Oh man.
Man, you think about it now. A toothpick.
I forgot about those.
I can't do anything cinnamon anymore. But I used to love the cinnamon toothpicks. Oh my goodness.
Charlie too said my family always had stores, so yes, me too. I know that's right, man. The struggle was real back in the day. But hey, we even get real creative. If you had a good lunch that your mom unpacked, man, you can split that thing up 4 different ways. Boy, come home with some change, or at least hey, get in the line and get you some Neapolitan ice cream and a piece of cake. Just saying.
Man. Y'all were entrepreneurs on 10 back then.
He ain't selling nothing money. Nah. He ain't go to the corner store and get some annihilators and break it up and sell it for a nickel an annihalator. Come on.
Nah, I was too greedy.
He had like 3 of them in them cheeks back in the day. Thought he was doing something, mixing the apple and the grape in the lemon annihilator. Ain't money.
Yeah,
but y'all see how small annihilators are now?
They jipping people now. They
are tiny. They are half the size, width-wise, and damn, like it's so tiny. So yeah, those are now in laters because we used to have annihilators, okay? But these kids now have now and laters because they are tiny, okay?
Yeah. You eat it now and you wonder later where it went.
Right.
Oh man, don't tell me that they converted them to be like Tic Tacs.
Not that small, but they're definitely thinner. And I think they're smaller as well.
So Charlie said, I was just talking about when my great-grandmother passed, she received a proclamation from the state for over 70 years as a proprietor. Wow.
Oh man.
Wow. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey,
yeah, no doubt.
That's a lesson right there.
Yeah,
what did your great grandmother do? Charlie Toots.
Man, that is some 70 years of proclamation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
70 years.
70 years.
It's all right.
Yeah.
We were talking about our cartoons back in the day.
Mm.
And I used to watch, I guess I've always kind of been a tomboy because Saturday Kung Fu, I would have my ham sandwich and my fruit punch. What was that called? It was fruit punch, orangeade. I forget. It used to come in a cart, and I forget what that line. No.
I know.
It's the 80s.
Oh, the 80s. Never mind. My bad.
It's the 80s. I cannot call it. I wanted fruit punch. I only drank the fruit punch and the orangeade, and I would have my fruit punch and my ham sandwich, and I would be watching Kung Fu Saturday. Oh my goodness. Please. That was like the highlight of Saturday.
Oh man, you took me back with that one.
Yeah. Saturdays. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Charlie too said my uncle just passed in the funeral home, is 100 years old now. She said they were produce farmers. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So was my family. I think that whole Virginia area, they were produce. My great grandfather and grandmother, one was a dairy farm worker, and the other one, which we would call a bed and breakfast now, but they didn't call it back then, had a bed and breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And they were some of the first Blacks to do that. They also had a general store. So all in Amelia Courthouse area in Virginia, there's a lot of the history on my father's side. A lot of the Harris's and Jeffrey's side businesses.
Trav.
What's going on, brother? Trav Perry.
I know you got to lift a fist when Trav come up.
That hero worship right there, boy. That's the hero in training right there, boy. I'm telling you. So Charlie 2 said we are trying to keep the funeral home going because it's been family owned all 100 years. Preferably, they can keep our family business going. Yeah.
Please do. Please
I hate
do.
to sound. I hate to sound morbid, and it certainly isn't a recession in that field.
Yes, indeed. Their farm is New Madrid, Missouri. Funeral home is in Darlington, South Carolina. Wow.
Woo! I went to Darlington before.
Mm.
I didn't know that that was where some of the first NASCAR, well, before it was taken and made into NASCAR, some of the first tracks was there in Darlington.
Yep. Darlington National Raceway was there.
Yeah.
We had closed down sometime ago. Hey Terry, what's going on?
Hey, excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. Hey, sexy niece. How you doing, girl?
Yeah.
Is she doing the thing?
Yes, she is.
She is doing
So
the
proud
thing.
of her. So
She's
proud of her.
motivating. I'm telling you, she's motivating me.
I'll be looking at her different pictures on Instagram while I'm eating my chips and peanut M&Ms. I'll get there one day.
And your bowl of chitterlings on the side.
As I eat my chips and peanut M&Ms, I'm like, look at my niece. I'll get there one day.
So y'all join us tonight on At the Round Table. We are talking about old school memories. We're just taking a walk down memory lane, especially with everything, today's society, you see so much. And it just seems like times were simpler or things were not so just intense. We just had some good times, from the house parties to, sitting up on Saturday morning. You said you were doing that. That's early in the morning. Man, hey, I had to have me some sugar smacks in the morning, and I'm sitting there watching cartoons.
Sugar smacks taste like cardboard.
No, they don't. Not no sugar smacks. Not no sugar smacks. Hey,
give me some
sugar smacks. Sugar smacks, or
is that the one that had the frog on it?
Huh?
It is.
That had the frog.
Yeah. Man,
that tastes like cardboard.
Yeah. Drink that sweet milk afterwards. Wow, I'm ready to jump on my
that's why the cereal tastes like cardboard, because all the sugar will wash off as soon as you put the milk on it.
That shit would stay on there.
I'm surprised I didn't have diabetes back then, because I would still add a tablespoon of sugar on top.
Man, hey, go in there and get some more, and you be like,
I knew he was that dude. Yes. Oh, I got one. Now, I don't know about y'all, but growing up in Montgomery, okay, putting the clothes on the line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Hanging the clothes up.
Hey, that's before you had yourself, you were rich and had, yourself a dryer, or didn't have to go down to the washerette or whatever. So you had to go out there.
The very first dryer that my mother and my brother and I owned is when we moved back to Pittsburgh. Like, that's the very first time I had a dryer. And I was like, what do I do with this?
Oh, man.
Because I was used to taking and putting my clothes out on the, out on the line.
Yeah, well, I learned the importance of shaking your clothes off when you bring them in, though. Before you bring it in. Oh.
You better say that, boy. Mom be like, go out there and get the clothes off the line. Look like it's gonna rain. And you out there shaking.
Yeah.
Shake. You just trying to get an ant on your neck. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all of that.
Ooh, don't you talk about the hat. Don't you talk about ants.
Charlie said, I love my family history, and with the times we are really trying to share the stories and discovery of new ones. See?
Yeah, that's important. That's important.
Absolutely important.
Yes.
Right up there on what we trying to talk about. Yep, that's where that fresh linen scent came from.
I'm gonna take y'all back. The rectangular pizzas with a side of corn.
Are you talking about at school?
Oh yeah, school lunch.
Man,
once a week.
Man, not the pizza, not the rectangle pizza.
Oh gosh.
Did you put anything on yours?
Nah, man. It was already good to go.
He ain't putting none on his. He was eating the other. You want to eat your pizza?
No, I wasn't out there deboing anybody.
I bet you A Money used to cry in the same tone.
Oh my goodness.
You say your wings are on layaway, right? They're gonna put them things back on the shelf in a minute.
Oh, that's good.
Look, I gotta ask Queen T, like, has his voice always been this deep? You know, because they've been together. So she met him when he was young. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta ask her, like, has he always had this voice, or?
I would hope so, because the last thing you know would be like when he met her and be like, "Hey, how you doing? Honey, thank you. What's wrong?" And then over time, it gravitated to the velvety, voice that you now hear and love.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. Show you right.
Wow. See, I'm not even doing all this, but you're not giving CD a hard time, but you threatening my ticket in the heaven.
I'm about to.
See how you do me?
I was about to till you jumped in.
Mm-hmm.
You saved me. Thank you, Mel.
Nah, I ain't no about to, because
oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Trav said NWA wrestling matches at the old Coliseum. Trav, dude, let me tell you something. The old Charlotte Coliseum was the haven for NWA wrestling. This is when the Crockett's were over it. The Crockett's were a family that they ran wrestling here in the QC area and stuff. But it's funny because my mom worked at a restaurant and bakery right down the street called Peck's Bakery and Deli. And she used to feed the wrestlers before they would go in and wrestle. Like, they would come there and eat, and then they go and wrestle and stuff. And I used to get so mad at my mom because I'm like, "Yo, you didn't give me an autograph." I mean, I'm talking about, hey, I got one for you. Ric Flair and Magnum TA sitting there eating hamburgers and fries and stuff, and she didn't give me no autograph or nothing, man. I was done. I was like, "Yo, mom, you didn't get, child ain't had time for that. I'm trying to feed them. I'm trying to get a tip."
There's a wrestling school still here in North Carolina.
Yes, it is. It is.
I didn't know that.
Like, I want to go just to go, like, to see it. Like, there is a wrestling school still here in North Carolina.
Yeah, I remember when Ricky Steamboat used to have one off of W.T. Harris.
The wrestling gym. Yeah. Steamboat's gym. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did. Yeah. That was cool. I met him one time. We were out and about. I want to say Eastland Mall. He was at Eastland Mall. Y'all remember Eastland Mall?
Oh,
I used to live down the street from Eastland Mall.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You used to go there. Boy, you be in there on the weekends. Tell the truth.
What?
You go there on the weekends and stuff and walk around, you and your girls and stuff.
No. You got to remember, I came down here a grown woman. I did not have my youth here. So when
that's even afterwards, even as a grown woman.
When I first got here, like the remnant and the residue of the first Charlotte Hornets was still kind of popping, with Larry Johnson being around and all that kind of stuff. So, like, that was like when I got here. So the night scene for me was like CJ's, Adams Mark, the Fridays on Independence.
Okay. Yep.
Aqua Lounge, because that's where I used to do poetry.
Aqua. I remember Aqua.
What else? There was another spot too. Like, that was like y'all showing y'all age. I wasn't old enough.
All right, birthday girl, hush.
Charlie too. I don't know.
The names sound familiar that you were listing, but I told y'all I live a sheltered life. I didn't ever go out like that.
I ain't gonna lie, I was there. Shoot. Charged to my head, not my heart. Roll.
Yeah. So that was that kind of nightlife that I came to. So
Oh,
the
Trav said
headquarters was in Charlotte. They got their paycheck on South Boulevard, right by Queens Park.
yeah, that's what the Crockett's were. They had their office there. And the accountant, ironically enough, Trav, a little more history for you. The guy who used to be their accountant was a black accountant, and I worked with him at the wine company. His name's Thomas Lassane. He was their accountant, and he used to have to cut checks for the venues and everything that went on with them. And he used to tell us some stories and stuff. But ironically enough, the man who ran the money was a brother, kept things rolling. So shouts out to my boy Thomas. He's still doing it. Very, very, very smart brother as well. Knows about money, knows about stuff. World traveler. It's amazing what we can do when we put our minds to it.
True that. Sad thing is there isn't any real nightlife. I heard about the Sugar Shack, but I wasn't here.
Charlie. Yes, Sugar Shack. Sugar Shack.
Can we get somebody to get some more nightlife here? Like they're nothing. There's nothing for the African American, to do that is between the ages of say 35 and 45. I mean, I don't think there's a certain age where you don't go out anymore, but I'm just saying, like, there's nothing for that age group. It's either young or white. Like, that's it.
Yeah. I think the problem too is that with a lot of the venues that used to be for the age demographic, they would post up their venues in the most, I would say, inopportune places. For example, all the way out in Ballantyne.
Yep.
Or all the way out over there on West Boulevard. And I think a lot of times they would do that because the downtown area, there's been a couple of them in the downtown Charlotte area, but unfortunately they got either pushed out due to the costs of being downtown or mismanagement and not being able to budget to able to encompass where you are in downtown Charlotte. Right. There's been like 4 or 5 of them, restaurants, nightlife, or whatever. Heck, even Epicenter, which is, they defaulted on their loans several times, and there used to be a couple of, kind of one that was there, but it's unfortunate. It's like you're right. We can't get a good spot to go to. You have to wait for somebody to throw an event in order to really enjoy yourself there. It's nothing long-standing. Like the only really long-standing spots back in the day for us, and Charlie Tubes will say, telling your age, would be Side Effects, would have been what's that? Plum Crazy back in the day. There used to be a jazz spot that was located over there off near going towards Ballantyne, off of Johnson Road. It's they come and go, and we used to go in there and we would, you talk about spending some money and just I remember having my 30th birthday party at a place downtown. It was called Privilege, and I had my 30th birthday party, and it was funny because we had rented a spot in there, but it had gotten so big with people coming for the party that they had to give me additional spots, and people were coming and they just hit the bar and stuff, and they just started. Then they were like, the owners start bringing champagne to us and stuff. He was like, "Thank you for bringing all these people and stuff." I was like, "Shoot, it's just we know people." But even after that, he closed down 2 years later, and I was like, "Man, sad." It was so sad. Charlie too. She said, "I go to my uncle's, the press box, when I'm home. Press box, long standing. Mm-hmm. Whatever he's doing, he needs to write a book and give it to the up and coming because he's been doing it for a minute."
Press box.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a minute.
Now, see, Charlie.
Yes, they did. Excelsior finally closed.
And they're trying to get a buyer now, and it's been up in the air as far as who's going to come in, because really it's a historical spot, but unfortunately,
that was a smooth spot though. I like that. Tight. I go out there. What day did they sell the fish?
Fridays.
Yeah.
Thursday was dirty Thursdays. And you would go in there and they would have like a buffet at the back.
Yep.
And if you turn 30,
Yep.
And you let what's my girl name? She was a radio.
I know who you're
announcer,
talking about.
DJ.
Yeah.
Was it not Artie?
Beatrice.
Beatrice Thompson. Yes. Beatrice will get on there and bring you up to the front. And if you a guy, she wanted to spank you. And if you was a woman, she may even spank you. But she would make sure everybody knew it was your 30th birthday. They took care of you. They were real cool.
They took care of me when I finally turned 30. And I let them know that I finally turned 30. Yeah. I'm glad that there wasn't a camera phone. I'm gonna just say that.
Tell on yourself, why don't you? Tell on yourself.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Woo, somebody
make them wings back. Tell the truth.
Man, I was in there in the 30 man. Let me tell you. Because you know all the drinks was coming. All the drinks was coming. Happy birthday, happy birthday. All of them was coming. I mean, can't waste people money.
Look at his money.
Okay. He dropped his head in shame.
She said she
Did
can't.
you see that?
She said she can't waste the people's money.
That's right.
Just keep it coming.
Who is she to tell them no?
Who am I? Who am I? I was taste waste not, want not. That was how I was right.
Charlie said if camera, phone, or social media existed, this good government job would not be a thing.
Oh.
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Well,
it's
now.
like, Mommy, is this you? No.
Well, Mommy, I saw you TikToking with Beatrice Thompson. What was that?
They already know. I tell you, I have a good time when I have a good time, okay?
Oh, man. She said, I own all of mine.
Now, that should have been a head drop right there. But see how you do me? Okay.
It was a birthday. It's a birthday.
My birthday.
Man.
Those ain't the videos she talking about.
Ooh, videos. Ooh. Yeah. It's interesting because like nowadays video is so like the next realm. Back in the day, yeah, you're right. We didn't have video. It was word of mouth more than anything. People, snitching on you or saying what you did, and you'd be like, man, you could plausible deniability. That's what they call it. You could do that and be like, hey, did you see me?
Turning to Shaggy. It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Yeah. Now, you gotta be looking over your shoulder.
However, though, you know what? I still say it wasn't me. Because you can crop people into stuff now and you can do all kinds of stuff with pictures and stuff. So I can still say it wasn't me.
True.
It wasn't me.
Also, why I stayed away from the QC for Conclave.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
I heard about some things that had some things, and I said, people were calling me while I was in Pittsburgh with videos, and I said,
Oh, okay. So let's bring up this other walk down memory lane situation.
Don't say it.
I'm gonna say it. I think
you might. I think I might know where you're going.
Freaknik.
There you go. There you go.
Boy. That right there when nothing but Sodom and Gomorrah. Let me tell you something. I don't see how in the world. Now you talk about social media.
Ooh.
And pictures and stuff.
So we had the VHS recorders.
Hey, there were brothers. You knew they lift weights because they had them big old camcorders on their shoulders, trying to get as many photos and stuff as possible. And it's just like, I remember when the first one happened, that set the tone for everybody to get crazy years on. It was just like nuts. And when you heard that you had a friend or your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatsoever, going to Freaknik, that was instant breakup. It's like, we done. You leave, we done.
Yeah, I would hear some of the stories that took place down there. It was.
He would hear some of the
He would
stories.
hear.
That's right.
He would hear.
That's right.
Yes.
You never been a friend meet. You never
Nope.
went.
Mm-mm.
Oh
I
wow.
was in school down there, uh, but ended up coming home, having to leave school.
So you got to dodge when it occurred, basically.
Yeah. But some of the stories I would hear, and I said, "No, that can't be true." Oh
Yes, it was
it's
true. All of it was true.
That's when Daisy Dukes were in mass supply.
Yep.
That's when Rainbow became a household name.
Look at them girl, them Daisy Dukes though. Oh, take it. Oh, take it. Like, I don't know what Luke was on, but whatever Luke was on, I just want 10% because Luke would be on and he would be saying the weirdest stuff. Like,
it wasn't nothing but the beat. It was almost primal, like a jungle beat.
Yeah.
Go crazy, but when you heard that, and you just seen people just running to wherever the music was playing.
I want to rock right now. That's all you needed. Man. We going to the floor.
Just crazy. Charlie said, I just met someone today who was showing her daughter how to throw a Freaknik themed party. I was proud and alarmed. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yes, it's like being caught between heaven and hell. That don't make no sense. That is
heaven and hell.
I mean, if she only knew, if your daughter only knew,
yeah,
what you were doing that Freaknik.
I don't want my daughters to ever know.
Okay. God.
So did y'all ever get a chance to go?
I plead fifth.
Okay.
Right. Me and Carrie looked at each other like, we're gonna say yeah or no. I ain't saying none.
Okay.
Saying nothing because I was a little young. So if I did go, it's because I snuck.
Charlie said, yes, holy and damnation. Hey.
Oh, it's funny. Because how long did it last? About 5 years?
5 years, yep.
Lana said, we can't take this anymore.
Charlie said, I went on mine. Hey, we'll talk later. I'm gonna tell you, hey, but you know what? That was the thing, because when Freaknik happened, then everybody was trying to do parties crazy like that.
Yeah.
Like that kind of set the tone for a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But now these kids couldn't handle that. They don't have the parameters, because even our being wild, we still was like, oh well, you don't go that far. Like now it's all open. They don't have any bars to hold, like at all.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's another memory, because think about it. The memory of your mom or your dad telling you, now don't go out there act a fool. That would be, it wouldn't be like nowadays, we tell our kids, we'll love you, bye, be careful. Dad be like, hey, don't go out there act no fool. Remember where you came from. That's all I got to say.
Remember, we could go, look, we used to go to the mall. I was in Concord Mills. I think it was last Friday, Thursday or Friday. And at 3:00, you have to be with an adult. They have to be 21 if you are not 18. If you're not 18, you have to be with an adult that is 21. If you are at 18, if you are with an adult, you're getting a band. They're giving colored bands to the teenagers who are there with an adult.
Right.
Why do you need a band to walk around in the mall? Because these kids these days are acting crazy. And I'm like, it's 3:00.
3:00.
In the summer, that's the time when people get off of work. That's the time when young kids, you know what I mean? A lot of kids drive, so they're going to the mall. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be with a 21-year-old. Yeah. That's crazy. I couldn't even imagine. Now, I could understand maybe 5 or 6. I really don't understand it at all because the mall used to be the whole place where you could hang out. But 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the summertime, you got to be with somebody.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But it goes back to, like you were saying, as far as how kids are now. They don't have those boundaries and parameters or restraints anymore. Because like when we would go, like if you back in the day, if you say, "Hey, we want to go to the mall," and you had to get a ride from your parents, again, they lay down, "Hey, okay, Eastland Mall, y'all don't know. You could get dropped off at either one of the 4 doors or whatever store around, or if you went under the parking deck area, which was right under.
That was my go-to.
Bring you into, I think Sears. I think it would bring you to Sears when you went to the
So that's where everybody would go, and there would be a guy in this little put cart thing whizzing around, checking to make sure nobody's breaking in cars and stuff like that. But you get dropped off, and then you just go straight through the doors, and you at the mall. You go to Cinnabon, you would go to the rink. The ice rink was right there, so people would be hanging around on the edge, looking and talking, and you trying to get digits or whatever. Or you sipping on a Slurpee or whatever and stuff. It was real chill. Now you can go to the mall, and you got kids that have been dropped off there, and they're running through the mall. Why are you running? There's nothing to run from. And they're just acting crazy and stuff. So I think because of a few bad apples, it's now set the tone in which, hey, you got to be here with a parent and stuff. And I hate that because we made some amazing memories at the mall.
Yeah.
Terry said, I don't go to malls on the weekends or nights. If I have to go there, it's first thing in the morning. Yeah.
I know it didn't change so much.
It's changing bad. Yeah.
Hey, how about y'all? Did y'all ever used to do the mixtapes? Just double checking. I haven't heard it mentioned.
Let me tell you something. I didn't have to do mixtapes because I was given mixtapes.
She was giving the slow. She was giving the slow down.
I was given mixtapes. I ain't have to make them. Okay.
My bad.
That was the we go together. When you gave me a mixtape, we go together.
Ooh, better than the rain. Get a mixtape.
You know what I hated was when I'd be waiting for that certain song to come on, just listening all through the night or the evening up to the night, and then it comes on. Hurry up and hit record. Then probably about like 30 seconds left into the song, here comes the DJ talking over it. I was like,
and thank you for the Quiet Storm listeners.
Yeah.
Just messed up the whole flow.
I was telling the kids how you had to have so some of the earlier cassette players, the play and the record button was separate. And I remember one Christmas I got a cassette player, and remember the one that had the play button, but the little red button for record, so when you pressed everything you could do it versus having to push it. Oh, I was Big Willie with that cassette player, boo. Oh, I can push everything with one button. Okay. Big Willie with that. Thank you. I don't have to worry about having 2 fingers. Hey. That was the stuff.
I had a big jam box with dual cassettes on it.
Oh yeah.
You had to have the dual cassette player.
You had to have that, you had to have the reserve 8 batteries sitting on the side so you don't go down or whatever. And I mixed on that and stuff, and just hey, I think I still got one of my mixtapes here.
You have an instant block party if you got some good songs blasting down in the streets,
man,
in the neighborhood. Oh man, I remember those days. Everybody walking the streets with the boom box.
Yes,
coming out. Yeah, man.
Put it on the side right there and stuff.
There you go.
You're like, I ain't gonna lie. I had a friend. He came out. I felt bad for him. He came out with his boom box, and his was just like one of those AM FM radios. And he had no tape player. It was just like an AM FM radio with the long antenna.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. I had to go on here and let him stunt with mine, man. I wasn't gonna let him go out like no sucker.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Here you go, bro. I said, just play. Make sure you play this tape and stuff. Got UTFO on it. I need to hear Roxanne when we go up here to the stove.
Hey, what you got, Mel? You look like you got to say something too.
No, my cousin pushed me in front of a car.
What? Oh my goodness, man!
It's funny now. It's not funny then. So I was riding my bike, and he had his boom box. So he like act like he was gonna hit me. What bigger cousins don't. And so I did my handlebars. So when I twisted my handlebars, I hit the speaker of his boom box, and he took and pushed me into the street, and there was a car coming. And I was so scared, like, oh, I'm about to get hit. And so, yeah, we wound up fighting. That's why I am who I am, because I was little. My cousin was like 10 years older than me. Man, I got off my bike, grabbed his legs, and I literally remember him saying, hold up. Let me put my boombox down. And then we start fighting again. Like, I let him go and put his boombox on the porch and then come back. Like, it was more important to make sure that boombox did not get damaged. And then we went back fighting. Like, that was I'm all like, yeah, put it down. Not like, yeah, put it down because we can get it. I'm sitting here too, like, yeah, make sure you put that down because we don't want that to happen to.
Yeah, we got to listen to that tonight.
We got to listen to that after we get done fighting. Like, oh man.
Seriously, y'all remember when kids got butt whoopings? Good old days.
Who remember? I ain't got to remember.
Ain't no memory. Might be a bad memory for them.
I ain't got to remember because I would tear somebody's kid up in a heartbeat right now. I'm going to tell you that now. I will try to. But if you need to get your booty popped, you're going to get your booty popped. I don't forget millennials and 2022 and all this.
Dr. Spock and all that, yeah.
You better get your little hand. You know, if you feel like you're going to hit them too hard, get you a little wooden spoon and you get the popping.
Oh, no.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Be like mama or big mama. So you acting up again. Go on out there and get me that switch right there. And man, you come back with this little itty weedy, like that dad fuel to the fire. Shoot, if you don't go get me a switch, and you come back and she like, that's too small too. It's like she wants you to take off this tree limb. You got to saw that thing down and bring it to her because she's about to do some damage. Or
the very last whooping I got, my mother had a switch. Well, that's a lie. So the last whooping I got in Alabama, my mom was like, and she was 5'4". So she's jumping up, pulling down these branches. She pulled down 3. So I'm thinking, oh, she's grabbing and it ain't big enough, just like you said.
Right.
No, ma'am. Margaret Jeffrey took them and she braided them together.
Oh.
Y'all, when I tell you, I was praying for God, Martin Luther King, everybody could help me. And then my last spanking I got.
I thought that was it.
No.
It was in Alabama.
Was my last spanking in Alabama.
Oh, okay.
The very last spanking I got an extension cord. And my dumb behind ran into a corner. Why? Where you gonna go? Nowhere. She tore me up. And my mother used to be mad that you made her whoop you. Yeah. She was mad that you made her whoop you because she all out of breath. So now you really gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, me and my siblings, we used to avoid that at all costs. My dad had the James Evans leather belt, so he make you go get it from the closet. I'd be like, oh, I'm talking about that thick too. Yeah, didn't fool with that.
Boy.
Well, even when you weren't getting spanked that time, one of my brothers and sisters, you felt it. Felt it through.
Yeah.
You was sitting there crying for him.
Yeah.
Hey, they get hit, you do this.
Ooh. Remember back in the day, you be with all your cousins and somebody do something and we ain't gonna snitch.
Right.
So everybody got a spanking.
Everybody gets spanked.
So the first time that happened, it was like, all right, same cousin acting up. We is like, okay. so-and-so did it. And we all still got a whooping because it was like, well, y'all should have stopped them. Wait a minute. We got a whooping because we did tell. We got a whooping because we did. Like, are you serious?
They put it up. They put an amendment in there.
They put an amendment on it. So guess what? That kept us acting right because everybody got a spanking. If something was wrong, something was broke, something whatever, we all got a spanking.
Dipped in hot water.
Dipped in hot water to feel the sting and not leave marks. What's your body? Huh? Or the switch, the belt? What's dipped in hot water? You got to clarify that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's that CIA type stuff right there.
Yeah,
right. That sounds like waterboarding. What the
Yeah, that's a new one right there.
Like,
nah, that's suspenseful. I'm waiting for the answer with this.
Yeah, boy. That's that no wire hangers type thing.
Yeah.
She was waterboarded at 6 years old.
Yeah. Oh, hey, she said the switches.
Oh, the switches. Okay.
Ooh.
Huh. Oh,
no, I ain't never heard of that.
Well, that's brand new.
Yeah.
That's
I can see that. That makes the branches a little bit more malleable. So yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Got me rubbing my legs now.
That might have to be brought up for war crimes right there. That's
some boy. Hey.
Now I did have some African friends, and their father used to spank their feet.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Yeah, he used to spank their feet, the bottom of their feet. Welcome to Indians in Darlington.
Now you talk about
premeditated.
You talk about
That's a premeditated whooping right there. I ain't never had nobody do preparation of the tool.
Wow.
I remember a time we were out and about, me and my cousins, and we had gotten into it with some guys. We had, and it was funny because it's like, it's the code. Hey, Money, you probably know this. I'm sure Mel do too. She done traversed many states and probably has done it. But when you out and about, we ride with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And leave no man or woman.
Mm-hmm.
And we got into it with these guys. And when we got into it with these guys, me and my other cousin, we stroking blow for blow. We stroke like, hey, this is it. We turn around, the third cousin gone. Oh, he done ran back home.
I'll say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
So here we are. We come up in the house, their house, like we done been at war. And he in the back room sitting on the bed. So it was like, hey, say hey to mom and say, hey, y'all, get back in the back room. I didn't have to do anything. By the time we hit the door, my other cousin had already came in and he said something to him. And I just seen a hand go.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, man, you ain't tired from us already.
No. That gave me energy. I would have been my cousin up too.
He found some newfound energy.
If one of my cousins would have left or bailed when we was all fighting, I'm beating you up when we get home, because even if you a punk and don't want to fight, you don't leave.
Yes. Somebody got to take somebody home. Somebody got to.
You should be there. If you like, I can't fight. Like, we have a cousin that's not a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what they do. So therefore, I don't expect for them to jump into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't leave.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, he skated. Ran all the way home, dog.
Oh, man.
At least jump in at the end. Like, you can't jump in at the end when we had already beat them up. At least make it look good. Jump in at the end.
It's just it's the principality. We handled it. You gone.
Yeah.
Went home and sat on the bed.
Soft bed.
Just soft bed, just sitting there chilling. Like, and looking around. Like, you don't know. You about to get a show enough from your brother when he comes into this house. And he came in and was stroking on him. It was, oh my God. It was, oh man, it was crucial. Oh, Charlie too. She said, oh, nah, can't leave or come home without fighting. She said, go back there or get it when you get home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He Yeah, I would rather got war wounds out there than got them when I got to the house. Or whatever.
No doubt. No doubt.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Angela, hey Melissa, hey the rest of the crew. I used to ball up in the corner when I was getting a whooping, and my sister Lisa could take it. She could jump in like she was jump roping or something. She saved me so many times. Y'all, that's my cousin. That's one of my cousins.
Hey,
that's what I'm talking about. Ride or die.
Hey, yeah, that's ride or die right there. So she was double dutching for the whoopings for you. She was like,
and they still look. I'm gonna tell you something about them Watkins. That Watkins crew. When I tell you they thick as thieves. Thick as thieves, you hear me? So yeah, I definitely see that happen.
I like that technique.
So Charlie said, "Yep, I never started a fight, but I ain't coming home without swinging." Man.
Yeah.
Oh, one quick thing.
Go ahead.
One quick thing. Because this fighting thing kind of got me thinking about some stuff. You remember in junior high when you knew you were gonna fight, and everybody in school knew it, and the tension per every class that you were going to. Oh, what's going down? What's going down? When y'all gonna do this? It'd be going to the next class. Oh, it's almost time. It's almost time. Oh man, it's like instant promotion. As soon as somebody knows that somebody's about to fight, boy, that's the thing all around school.
Yeah, I've never really been good at waiting to after school. So yeah.
That's why we call it pit bull, y'all.
Yeah.
Anybody, I know nobody from Bellingraph is watching this in my Alabama crew, but me and Cedric, I think his name was Cedric Murray. Me and Cedric Murray fought. Because
if you don't leave these boys alone,
we're gonna call her Widowmaker in a minute.
Yeah.
And I was so little, y'all. I was so skinny. And Cedric, I think Cedric probably in 8th grade, he probably was already 6 feet, like 5'11", 6 feet. And he said something. And you know, my two magic triggers, my 2 words as my trigger is your mama. Honey, by the time he said your mama, I dropped my book bag, turned around, tackled him. And this is when they used to have the pull down projector.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the screen.
Yeah.
And so we went into the screen and it went up. And everybody was like, oh. So, of course, I'm like, he took and threw me into the bookcase. I bounced off the bookcase. I had both fists up and I hit him at the same time with both my fists. He was light skinned. I said, "Pow!" So by that time, the teacher came in. Her mouth, her face was just like, "Oh my God, like that's Melissa. Are you serious?" Man, he was so mad. He had 2 red marks right here on his face.
You know you ain't supposed to be letting no light-skinned brother in that
face.
He kept talking smack. You don't do that.
I think we had like 4 classes together. So like by the 2nd class, he kept saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you." You know what? I'm tired of this. Like, let's get this now. I ain't got time to wait. I ain't got time to wait. And yeah, so I've never been that person like, "Oh, wait till after school." No, let's do this now. I'm not waiting till no after school to fight. We gonna fight. We gonna do it now. So yeah.
Oh, so you saying the people that waited for after school were chumps? That's what you're trying to say?
I'm just saying that I don't have that tolerance. That's all I'm saying. I don't have the patience. I never had the patience. That's all.
So Charlie says, "Yep," and I showed up early or just swung in school. Spent so much time in detention.
I didn't get detention because I was a good kid, so they knew that I was provoked, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna tell your mom." Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie too. All my fights were with boys. Every last one of them when I was younger. Every last one of them. It wasn't until I was an adult where I fought girls. I still have a mark right here on my hand where I punched this chick in her mouth and her tooth came out.
You can't even say her name. You can't put no respect on her name. Like,
no,
you just calling her chick.
She fight men and stuff to give their names. Like, shit,
you think I'm a? Yeah, I still have this little mark right here where I punched her, and when I came pulled out, so did her tooth. It was stuck right here in my. It was stuck right here in my face.
Charlie too hitting people with bats.
Oh no.
Well, no that wasn't until I got grown too. That was grown. she was a little more dangerous as a child.
Boy.
But I can feel you with that trigger word, your mama. Yeah, that's
Your mama.
yeah.
Your mama.
Your mom, hey, that right there. Yeah, that's it. I remember, and I'm probably telling on myself and stuff, but the statute of limitations have passed.
Yes.
I remember being in North Charlotte and this dude was going down the street and he said something to my mom. You know, we had beef and stuff. And he said something about my mom.
Oh, he actually said it to your mother?
Like going by a house.
Oh, he's still alive?
He almost was. I threw him in front of a car. And then took him to the street. And it was just like, and I think I shocked my mom when I did that. Kind of shocked myself as well. Because it's like, I don't know, it's just trigger words. You know, when you're young, it's those words. It's either your mama or the other word. And those cause you to kind of like change, and then you do stupid stuff. And I remember many a time from Northeast all the way to Garinger doing stupid stuff. And it's just, you know, and I look at young people now and I'm like, man, they're more bold on internet, or like we didn't do weapons. We didn't, you know, back in the day, we didn't do weapons.
Keyboard courage. What is it? Keyboard courage. That ain't nothing.
Yeah. But then even now they don't know how to discern from that or just doing like what John Witherspoon was saying. We had these, you know, we had these. Knuckle up. And then if you took an L, you took an L. If you took a W, you took a W. But what really got me was how, like you were saying, Adrian, that 3 o'clock and people like hyping you. And you get ready, you about to go fight and stuff, and you got folk that you don't even know. Let me get you.
Listen.
Let me get your book bag. They holding your stuff for you. Like they know you, like you know, like you Money Mayweather or something. You know,
I ain't never need an audience. I'm good. Like right now, I'm zoned out anyway. I don't even see who around me.
Sometimes you couldn't help it, Melissa. Sometimes it couldn't be helped.
I mean, things happen in public. It happened in public. I get that, but you know, sometimes people need all that hype. I don't need it. I promise. It could be me and you, and I'm gonna go for the jugular just like if I had an audience. Like that's why I don't like to get mad. I don't like to be pushed into a corner to fight because I just am scared. I'm scared for me, and I'm definitely scared for you.
That's the Leo tendencies right there, CD. I can sympathize with it a little bit.
I'm listening to, you know, Charlie 2's doing some stuff on here, and I'm like, wow. And then she's saying this, and I know you got some, but you letting the velvet voice take over right now.
Yeah, but you have to with us. You have to be pushed to that. You have to be pushed to that. And once you push to it, the only thing you see is red.
Red. Exactly.
All you see is red. I told y'all, my family calls me the Hulk for a reason.
That's new.
When I tell you, I have shut some stuff down. I'm talking about down. Shut it down. Charlie 2 said we go from 0 to stupid.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Man, I'm here to tell you.
And
I don't think I could fight now. I'll probably be all out of breath. I'll be all out of breath.
Hey, look.
They down on the floor and I'm on the floor. They be like, well, who won? I'm trying to catch my breath.
What's a drop? Hulk and Buck. Boy, hey, that's a wrestling tag team right there, boy. They call me Buck for a reason.
Oh no. It ain't so, Charlie. Say it ain't so.
Well, you know, when y'all know,
I feel you.
We did some stupid stuff, and we did some things. But you know, the funny thing is about this show, it just gives us an opportunity to reflect, y'all. That's the reason why we did it, and it allows you to see how much you've been blessed, how you've been taken from there to here. Because just think about it. You're still doing some of that. We know some people, they still do stupid stuff like that. But just think how God has brought you from there to here.
I'm telling you, in church, he'd be like, when you think about how far you come, and you know, and he think about how many times you could have been dead, like I'm always raising my hands because knocking on 47 right now, it's it's amazing, like you said, of some of the people who still had the same mindset.
I'm sorry.
What she say? I go off now and again, not to lose my vent.
That's amazing.
Charlie Twos.
What can you say on that?
You know what? It's
Charlie Twos. That's all you can say.
That's it. That's our tip.
That's it. That's all you can say. Marvin said same for me.
Never would have made it. Oh, I would have lost it all. Yeah.
That's too much.
Charlie,
I was talking to
too
somebody. He said when he got baptized the second time, we were like, "Oh, the first one didn't take." He said, "No,
that water didn't soak in too well.
the first one didn't take. He had to go back.
Let it go back.
Again.
I think you missed some spots.
He had to get double dipped." I was like, "Dang,
Oh,
dang."
man. It's crazy.
And with that being said, one last one, then we got to go, y'all, because kind of led into it. Going to church back in the day. From sitting in the front row, no. The mothers of the house sat in the front row. You was up in the rafters, knowing you ain't got no business. Up there playing cards, selling 9-laters.
Nah,
Wait a minute now. You were doing that?
Yeah,
No,
me and Adrian.
I know some people who were.
Me and Adrian went to church.
wasn't.
We was in church.
I was in church, but I know some people that were. I know of a family member who would leave in order to go drive they aunts or they mama's car. No, we supposed to be in there. Just,
Y'all, I went to Holy Night, Brimstone, Apostolic. Okay, there you go.
Only thing I'm missing now is just the foot stumps.
You can't hear it over here.
Honey, that sway. Let me tell you something. We was in church Sunday morning, Sunday night, on Thursdays, and then Saturdays for choir rehearsal. And God forbid when he did them daggone tent revivals down in Alabama, them mosquitoes was big as 747s. My little legs would be ate up. Okay. And revival was Monday through Sunday. And we was there at least 4 nights. Okay. Sitting under that tent. And all the often choking you because they spraying you all over with off. How about we just not be outside where the mosquitoes can eat us? How about that? Like,
First of all, that list that you just shared made me tired. I be just hearing it. Oh, that sounds like
to sleep. Guess what? Who got up? You had to get up and go to school. Go to sleep if you want to. Go. Let Margaret see me knocked out. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem.
And what did Charlie say one more time?
Oh, Charlie said, every time I meet a pastor, they're speaking to me like they see my soul need all the sermon. LOL.
Wow.
There's so many jokes right there, but I'm not gonna do it.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. This is gonna be fun. Yeah. Adrian, can you go in the closet and bring the holy water for the 27th?
Yeah. I'll get somebody to pray over it, and we'll bring it out.
Can you bring the holy water?
So we
bring the oil. Bring the oil.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, bring the oil.
Can't say we don't look out for each other.
That's right.
Don't get the oil. We're gonna anoint Charlie Tubes, and I'll mix some of that holy water in with her vodka, and we'll go ahead and
see. I was about to say I was gonna go in on 2 prayers to get her wings back, but I'm done now.
I'm just gonna keep it real.
Charlie said, "Bring the 5-gallon tank."
Oh gosh.
Y'all remember those days, boy? Church, I'm telling you. Ooh.
Church. Church. Shouting. Little kids shouting. And we used to talk about the kids that shout, oh my goodness, what about after church? And then we would reenact church after church when all of us would be together, all my cousins, my friends, we would act like church and be imitating the people who we seen in church. Oh man.
Oh, y'all were wrong. Y'all were wrong. Y'all were wrong for that.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw this out there, and I'm not trying to be funny, but what about when you were young? Because kids are impressionable, and it's up to us to explain to them what's going on, especially when you're in church and stuff. But when you hear it, they see a lot, and when they see one of the older sisters and she gets in the aisle and she's shouting, and they don't understand why there's like either somebody from the usher board, on one side of them and another one on the other side just to protect. And you have to explain that to them. But I think the thing that really gets them is when the wig come out. You got to explain to the young people what's going on. That could shock them.
Nobody wanted to touch that. Nobody wanted to touch that one. I believe that right there.
They be shouting. They be shouting, and the wig be shouting. They be going this way, the wig be going this way.
And then you got this baby who, when you get home and stuff, they want to sit up there and try to emulate it. I say that because I saw this on YouTube, and it was the fun. I about died. I had to hurry and cut my computer off. But yeah, baby, something like this. I said, "Oh my Lord, that thing was funny." But that is why, though, you have to explain to young kids as far as what's going on in church, because they're impressionable. And, you hope that you can explain to them, they understand it's just a normal process and stuff.
Ooh, honey, I'm going to go to hell, because if I go to church and somebody weird come off and they got the spirit, I'm laughing.
Hey, money don't want to say Jack. He is he is our spiritual confidant.
Deacon.
I'm gonna leave that one right there.
I'm laughing. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm laughing. I'm not gonna get my phone, but I'm laughing. I'm gonna tell you that.
Don't put it on social media. Just explain to the baby, because a child gonna ask, and they gonna ask.
Why that wig fell off? I'm gonna say because it was cheap. She didn't put her glue on. That's why.
Back in the day, they ain't.
That ain't got nothing to do with the spirit.
It was hairpins and a bobby pin.
Well, she should have had some more bobby pins. There you go. Why her wig fall out? She needed some more bobby pins.
Make sure that
ain't had nothing to do with the Lord, baby. That ain't had nothing to do with Jesus. Matter of fact, Jesus might have been trying to give her a clue to throw it away because she hadn't had it for a long time. We could go a whole bunch of different ways explaining it to the baby, but we just gotta keep it real.
Hey, money can't say anything.
Even Jesus got tired looking at that thing. He touched it and said, "Swoop!" He snatched it right out off. They tired of this wig. Let me free you. Let me free you from your bondage. Shoo!
Charlie 2 says she ain't anchored down like me. Great grand used to say.
Money said he is not.
Well,
leave them people alone.
That's what Charlie 2 said. I'm just reading it out in my best first lady voice. Told you.
Fanny. Now let's go on and tell her. Let's y'all go get her. Give her some bobby pins, because she gonna need to make sure. Because that's how they did things. Ladies were ladies and they were classy, And they pulled you to the side after service and said, now,
baby.
Sister Jams, baby, when the Lord gets you, sometimes you don't know what and how he gonna use you. So you gotta make sure you got enough bobby pins in that wig now, sister. We don't want your wig to fall off no more. They knew how to dip their insults in honey. You know what I'm saying? And they just be fanny.
I see that you praised him, but next time just praise him with a little bit more below your knee, baby.
And how about put on a stocking cap? Because it look like until you get them braids redone up under that wig. Put a stocking cap on, baby.
Hey, money, go ahead and say something so we can close out, man. I know this thing eating you up alive, bro.
I'm letting y'all do y'all thing.
Charlie 2 said, if cabaret all night Saturday, then the usher board let her fall down in Sunday service.
Hey, money said he ain't got nowhere. You don't dig it up, Jams. You ain't gonna say nothing. You can't.
You don't have a story of something that you have done. You done did something, bro. Come on now.
You ain't never seen nobody shouting their wig came off.
Let he who have not sinned cast the first stone. Come on.
Leave it right there.
He said he ain't met. All we doing is sharing church stories. We ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what happened.
Those shady saved messages.
We just talking about what happened in the house of the Lord. That's all.
Now, Adrian would say if there was a pastor or whatever sort that had done something that they shouldn't have done up in there. Now I know he got some stories.
Yeah, he only targeted the pastor when they shake.
No, that's not true.
He only talk about the pastor when they shady.
Charlie's fun. Oh, that's
she want to be on the sick and shut in. Why does she need to? Why your grandmother asked if she want to be on the sick and shut in, Charlie? The sick and shut in. Ain't that crazy?
That is.
Who came up with that? The sick and shut in. That sounds so crazy.
Come on now. You remember.
The shut in. What are you shut in for? You
you sick or you might be shut in. You might be going through some things you just don't want to be around. You know, the congregation.
You know what? I need a t-shirt that says that. I want a t-shirt that say sick and shut in. I want a t-shirt. That's all I wanted to say.
Hey, that breath alone, boy, I'm telling you, that's powerful right there, boy. That's powerful. That'll put you back in your place, boy. I don't know what it is.
Money, why? You keep acting like you're embarrassed, and I don't appreciate that you're embarrassed of your sister. What is happening?
Yeah, I leave those church folks alone. Leave those church folks alone.
I said I want a t-shirt that says sick and shut in. How is that something wrong?
Charlie said she kept trying her and they were going to put her on it. I ain't fall off that tree. I'm an apple for real. All right. We're going to stop it.
Y'all, you all these last 10 minutes, y'all been on the chain. Completely silent. I'm going to pray, though. I'm going to pray for coverage for everybody.
You sound like the cousin that left the fight. That's what it sounds like. Either with us or against us. What you doing?
Oh, God. She said, Grant ain't played no games. I know that's right. Well, y'all, thank y'all for joining us. We're going to get off here before we get in trouble.
Too late.
Hey, dog. It's y'all Leos. I'm telling you. Y'all Leos.
Yeah.
And we gotta do it again on the 27th too. Oh, you better be geared up.
We ain't talk about the dances, the Cabbage Patch, the snake. Oh. What you got, A-Money? What you got?
Nothing.
You got nothing?
Come on, A-Money. Share something.
Song.
You know what? You know what it is. His song ain't on.
Here we go. I knew it was coming.
His song ain't on. That's why.
What's the song, man?
Yeah.
Knocking the boots.
Charlie 2 said Tootsie Roll.
That ain't his song, Charlie 2. His song is Knocking the Boots by H-Town. I wish I had a camera phone that day.
What? Oh, man. And what you said you were sipping on? Both of y'all.
Oh, I got water.
Okay.
My grape Kool-Aid. I ain't have anything. It was grape Kool-Aid.
All right.
You don't remember we was at work and that song was in your head? And
no.
You just kept singing the hook. Yes. Yes.
Actually, you did, because remember we were supposed to be interview.
Interview?
H-Town. Remember we had talked about that?
Mm-mm.
And that song was in your head, and you just kept singing the hook. That song was in your head. And I was cracking up because you know he's so laid back, so calm, and he just over there just singing the hook.
I don't remember that one.
I know.
If y'all say so, I'll take your word
It's
on
like
it.
you don't remember over there taking a nap when we supposed to be packing up. I got the pictures. I got the pictures.
Okay, y'all, we are about to go ahead and call this an evening. I want to thank all of y'all.
Telling fibs over here on when nobody taking a nap.
You was taking a nap.
No, that wasn't true.
You was resting your eyes.
A little bit of that. But no, it wasn't anybody taking a nap.
He was taking a nap. Call a friend. You want me to call a friend?
No, we ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
Whoever that is, I'm good.
Look, I ain't got nobody. Y'all the only people I talk to. I don't like nobody else.
Well, y'all, thank y'all for joining us on that Roundtable Podcast show. When we took that walk down memory lane, yeah, we kind of diverted a couple of paths, but hey, we got back on the straight and narrow, courtesy of our brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, thank y'all for joining us.
Ain't nothing like money in your corner. Ain't money gonna keep that fence around.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with letting loose every now and then. I enjoy it when y'all cut up like that.
He looks down on us. He frowns upon
us. Man, well, if y'all get a chance, y'all share the show. We definitely appreciate it. This month is a special month for us, not only as being Leos, but it's also our anniversary month of being on and live with y'all. So this month is going to be very interesting as we get deep into it. Charlie Choose just mentioned pray for her kindly. You pray for me and I pray for you. Because that is what I was hoping somebody joined me, but never mind.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that was your cue right there. We trying to keep right now, but
look, I'm trying to remember the song.
Me too.
I still got H-Town in my head. I can't remember.
Oh my goodness, see. I'm trying. But yeah, thank y'all for joining us tonight.
Hey, I just keep it real. Keep it real. Sorry.
It's your boy CD.
Your man A Money.
And your super friend, Miss Pitbull.
And we will see y'all again real soon. Again, share the show the love. We appreciate y'all. Y'all be good. Peace.